Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is G Loveless, and I just decided to do my next LP. Now, before I say anything, I would like to say a minor note for a second. I will be doing a double LP. Well, the second LP is going to be Palmer's. It's the second Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's a Tails playoff, but I will be posting that up too. So, yeah, keep in touch for that one. That's coming shortly afterwards. But in the meantime, we're going to do my LP for the GameCube. And we're going to be tackling on one of the first games that came out the GameCube in America. That's right, folks. We're going after Pikmin. So let's give it a shot, shall we? And I got this. At first, we're going to start with a new file. I thought when I first saw this game and the commercials and stuff, I was like, okay, this game sounds like it would be pretty boring because you couldn't. One thing is you couldn't jump in this game, for that matter. But I'm gonna stop right there and get to the cutscene. Let it play out first. I don't know. Impact site. Okay. Guess we'll start with this one. My name is Captain Omar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must block out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is painful sight. The engine is gone and stranded. And I'm stranded. To make matters worse, the atmospheric sensors indicate that the planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support system can function for only 30 days. If I can repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Alright, folks, in this game, you cannot jump in this game for that matter, like I said before. You can't jump in the game, the only thing you can do is move the stick around for the most part of it, and that's good. But yeah, when I first got this game, I thought it would be pretty boring, but when I got it for Christmas, my friend gave it to me for Christmas, so this was like back in 2007, I believe. 2005, and I was like, everybody should say, you should get Pikmin, but I wasn't really into the whole entire Pikmin game, because I just wasn't I didn't think it'd be a fun game. I just thought it was going to be like a boring ass game for the most part of it. So, yeah, that's the main thing about it. But when I first played it, I was like, okay, let me give it a try. Because I was going to trade this in at first, but I decided to say, fine, you know what, since he was my great friend, I'm going to keep it. So, yeah, I played it, and then I turned out it was pretty good, so, yeah. I fell in love with it. A strange thing has appeared before me. I barely begun my search when rear up as it were waiting for me too. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable of my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion! 2. So yeah, this is the onion. Pretty much you have a category right here, you just test it, but you got nothing in here, so what's this? A stem. The seed that onion dropped took a root in the soil and has produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits to the strange light, and it sways back and forth without beneath it of wind. I cannot help but think it's calling to me. I am compelled. I will approach it and press A. Alright, so we're going to press A, and he pulls it out, and what do you know? Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout out, I turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me with his big eyes and scratching itself. Oh my god! I'm just playing. Oh man. It's shaped similar to the Pikmin brand's carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive. And yet, I am drudged. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try and grab it and throw it with A. And I will call it to be on the side of B. Perhaps it will react to it as well. The following controls appear to be allow me to A's rotate. Alright, so here are the controls pretty much right here. You press the L button and to L or R button to hold it to rotate the camera. You press the L button to rotate it, and you press the R button to zoom in and zoom out the camera as well. And you press the Z button to change the angle. So pretty much we kind of got this back down. I'm pretty sure more than a lot of people played this game, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole shitload of LPs on this game, so we're going to skip on to this part right here. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Okay, so pretty much we're going to see what it does right here. So, yeah, as it attacks the flower right here. So we're going to throw it again, and it's carrying it. And voila! Oh Lord, astonishing. Astonishing. The onion has shown more seeds. The small pellet, the Pikmin harvest after cutting down the flower appears to be some type of food that propagate more pigment. The onion seems to be a certain to incubator. Needless to say, I study this strange life form more. Alright folks, after throwing that, you can also, if you aim it, you can aim it right on here. It'll throw it right on top of it, and then it'll do more damage to the flower instead, rather than just try and throw it head on to make it easier to pick up. So yeah, if you throw it right on top of the flower seed, then yeah, you won't have to worry about getting it as much. So what we're gonna do here is get more. And of course, you already know that gathering two, and of course 2 Pikmin carrying it makes it faster. So I'm pretty sure we all know that from the start. I guess you guys are probably wondering why I'm playing the GameCube version. Well, for what I'm hearing, I heard that the Wii version of this game, the controls are a little too awkward and unresponsive. But I'm not sure because I never played that version. I never really played the GameCube version of that. But I mean, I heard everybody was excited about it, so I can't really. Who am I to judge? So yeah. The majority on the first day, okay, so in the first day, it's pretty much unlimited on the first day, so best to gather up as many Pikmin as you can later on in the adventure, so. It's a bit more, you know, encouraging to do that rather than just, you know, get a total of the number that you might need to complete this whole entire level. So getting as much is a hell of a lot better. The more the merrier, for that matter. So, turns out that we need 10 Pikmins to move that cardboard box. Not only that, it makes a little bridge for us too, so makes it a lot more acquainted. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form into groups of platform tasks that would be impossible for an individual, which individual means one, of course. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all and learn of Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pick up Sprouts and Pikmin and grab them and release them. We already know that, of course, so it's just a little resketch of a review right there. But before we do that, let's grab these Pikmin right here. Because you just never know, every little bit helps. Majority of this, I take Pikmin like money sometimes, so. Oh, here's a piece of this ship. the Pikmin right in front of me are looking at me differently, and one's looking at the back of them like, what the hell? What the hell is that damn thing? Okay, amazing. There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me. But how will I get back to the dolphin? Okay, pretty much you're going to get your Pikmin and pretty much throw them right on here. But we're not going to do that just yet. Now, clearly I have enough to complete this part of the task, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to grab some more Pikmin because I want to produce, because later on it's going to be a hell of a lot harder. A lot more challenging. Of course, you already know that increasing the... If you throw a number, that the number, of course, will show you the denominator, tell you how much Pikmins you can go to. Usually it multiplies, usually amount of numbers would be, most of the times will multiply by either 2, 3, or 4, for the most part of it. So, if it's big items, it'll be higher denominators as well, but, yeah. Oh, here comes some. when many pigments when many pigment seeds sprout out once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at picking out good at a routine task. Wow. Apparently you seem to be a lazy ass for the most part of it, even though you're pretty much a space traveler from Omar. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once and repeatedly tapping A until I pick a pigment from the ground. You mean I pick A, damn it! I noticed that I've added pigment to my group. They became filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. Obviously they're red, of course, but yeah. At other times, they revert to their paler hue and give them off doom glow. Paying close attention to the differences, the bond to help me discourages between pigment. So yeah, you leave a pigment behind, they will glow and change colors. Now in Pikmin 2, apparently, yes, I will be doing Pikmin 2. I know you guys might be getting cocky off that, but in majority, I will do that in the future. Just no time soon. But I will. But let's pluck these bad boys out. But for the most part of it, yeah. So yeah, when the Pikmin, they turn pretty much glowy, tan, brown color like. So yeah, let's grab these Pikmin and we will guide them away. Well, pretty much they know where to go, so yeah. Well, meaning that they will be lonely, so yeah. At first, a lot of people criticized this game when it first came out. They thought it was going to be, oh, it's a weak-ass game. It's nothing to do. All you do is just throw your little men out there at people. But no, it actually is more pretty fun to think about it once you let it sink into your system. At first, I told my friends about this game. They said that it was going to be lame, but when I let them try this game out, they took back everything they said. Hell, I admit, even I take back everything I said. I like how it just automatically does it repairs itself like that. Wow. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn and more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. Alright, that wraps up for this number 1 LP for the start of it. It seems like I'm not the only one taking off. Day 1 impact. I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin. I was surprised to see the onion left off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for the other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is 29 parts. Is missing 29 parts, excuse me for that. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on the planet Hakute analyzes shows life support systems for functions for the only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense force is visible on the surface below, as it holds the keys to survive. I name it the Force of Hope. I will explore it tomorrow. Well, that wraps up for this LP, folks. So, yeah, we are going to come back to that one. We will see you in part 2.